Hi, today is the 29th of October, and our meditation on grace based on the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 13. Today, it is actually based on Ephesians, chapter 1, verse 7, because we are meditating on this long phrase in Ephesians, chapter 1, that goes from verse 3 to verse 14. And verse 7, the beginning of verse 7 says this: we've been redeemed by his blood. Redeemed by his blood. Redemption occupies a very, very important place in the Bible. You could redeem a field, a person. You could redeem a property. You could redeem an inheritance. In the New Testament, it is used a lot to talk about the redemption of a slave. When you wanted to set a slave free, you paid the price for that slave, and the slave could go free. Jesus came down to earth to set us free. And Paul, when he's talking to the leaders of the church of Ephesus on his way to Rome, he tells them that they should look after the church of God, because the church belongs to God, and God gave his blood to redeem them, to redeem his church. God is spirit, so he hasn't got blood, but he became a man in the person of his son, and he gave his life for you to redeem you. We call it grace and we call it love. In John chapter 10, Jesus says, I am the good shepherd, and the good shepherd gives his life to redeem for his children, his lamb. So the shepherd has given his life for us. That's why he's saying here that redemption is by the blood. He has redeemed us by the blood. What has God redeemed us for? He has redeemed us so we will be holy and blameless before him. He has redeemed us so we would belong to him. When a slave was redeemed, the slave could go home and be free. But it was even better when the slave became the servant of someone else, when he could work for the person who set him free. Not as a slave, but as a free person. So God has redeemed us so we would belong to him. We would be his children, his inheritance, because he loves us so much. I don't know if you have ever been to Rio, but in the city of Rio, I was born in the state of Rio, and in the city of Rio, there is this statue of Christ on top of a mountain called the Corcovado. We even sing it. Cristo Redentor, braços abertos sobre a Guanabara. The Christ has opened, the Christ, the Redeemer, has opened his arms over the Guanabara Bay. But our Christ, his arms are opened, stretched out like that, not just for the Guanabara Bay, but for you, for every one of us. Christ, the Redeemer, has come down to earth to set us free, so we would belong to him. We would be his inheritance, his property. It's an act of grace, of course. Later on, he's going to talk about forgiveness of sins. Because he has given his life for us, we are forgiven. Now we are his children, and we can walk with him, live with him, be in peace with him. Redemption is an amazing thing. And we talk these days, some people talk these days about redemption in different areas of our lives. I believe that we need to see God redeeming different parts of our being, different parts of our soul, so we would be completely his. Because by redemption, he's setting us free from whatever is keeping us enslaved. He's setting us free so we would walk with him, be his inheritance. God bless you.